Hello everyone, Liam Severe here. Welcome to this updated video for the weather across the Caribbean. Today's date is Friday, July 31st, 2026. Now before the video starts, make sure you like, make sure you subscribe. If you don't know, that's how the YouTube algorithm works. When you like to subscribe the video, the YouTube algorithm pushes the video out to more persons or people that may be in the path of any of the tropical systems or any of the storm systems that we talk about in these videos. And subscribe if you have not done so yet. Also drop a comment down below letting me know anything that you need to know or any of the questions you have relating to the weather for your specific region or the weather for anywhere else that you want me to kind of look at or any questions you have for me. This video is going to be specific for the Caribbean, so we will have another forecast likely coming out later today. This is going to be specified to the Caribbean. Taking a look at the National Hurricane Center 7-day graphical tropical weather outlook. This was issued at 1:04 a.m., so about 4 hours ago from now. You can see tropical cyclone activity is not expected during the next 7 days. And if we take a look at what the tropics are looking like right now, you can see we have two tropic waves associated along the tropical convergence zone here. And you can see these will continue to move into the Caribbean. We have the usual ridge of high pressure off to the north that we know is responsible for moving all of the tropic waves into the Caribbean. We have another tropical wave that's sitting there in the Caribbean right now, and we're going to have another one coming into the Caribbean, or the Atlantic, I should say, from the coast of Africa. You can see the two low pressure areas off of the United States. And if we take a look at where our tropic waves are currently at, you can see we have one located right here, and you can also see, if I put the pin here, we have one that's coming off of the coast of Africa right now that will get updated, so show the tropic wave graphic here shortly. We have another tropical wave sitting there. That is the first one that we can see on the graph. We have another one sitting here, and then we have our other one in the Caribbean right here. And you can see, so we have three different tropic waves currently, but we're about to have a fourth one coming off of the coast of Africa here, and that is what we can see from that. If we take a look at what the sea surface temperatures are looking like right here, you can see the El Nino starting to kick in. So we have very, very warm water sitting here over the Pacific right now, and this is what happens when we're in an El Nino, just like what we are having right now. See, the Atlantic though is quite the opposite. We have mainly below average temperatures, a little bit above high in some scattered spots. We take a look at what the sea surface temperatures are currently looking like once again. Here is a better look at this. This is current, so you can see very, very high temperatures sitting there by Asia, and this is supporting that typhoon development a lot. I also see some very high temperatures just to the south of Mexico, and we have some in the Gulf, but the Gulf right now has a lot of wind shear, and this is why we're not seeing much development happen there. But if anything can take a hold of that wind shear, storms have all of the fuel in the world to kind of come together and just be very strong. But right now, if we take a look at what the models are looking like for the Caribbean, for our area here in the Caribbean, you can see that the water is currently about 29 to 30 degrees Celsius. If we convert that, 29 and 30, that would be around, if we calculate, it would be around 86 degrees Fahrenheit. So very warm waters here in the Caribbean. This is supportive of some tropical development, but we don't have anything to kind of trigger that right now. Tips to beat the heat, because it's going to be very hot as we move through the next couple of days. Look after yourself, older people and the young. Listen for the weather forecast and the news. Plan ahead to avoid the heat, and make sure you're drinking plenty of fluids and avoid alcohol and sugary drinks. Dress appropriately for the weather. Slow down when it is hot, and also find somewhere to cool. Know how to keep your home cool. Go indoors or outdoors, or whichever feels cooler. Cars gets hot, avoid closed spaces. and watch out. Be on the lookout for signs of heat-related illness. Cool your skin with water. Slow down and drink water as much as you can. I cannot stress that enough. That is the number one thing you can do to protect yourself from the heat. Stay safe when swimming and get help. Call NHS 111 or in an emergency call 999. For more information, go visit www.nhs.uk/heatwave for more information about the heatwave kind of info. Take a look at the Saharan dust layer, the Saharan air layer that is moving through. You can see some of the areas off to the northeast of the Virgin Islands, Barbados, and Puerto Rico, St. Lucia. You can see that Saharan air layer is moving through the region, and this is going to be the last of the Saharan dust that we see in the month of July for 2026. Now, of course, this is the last day of July, and this will continue to work its way west. We may see some dust impacts places like Puerto Rico this morning, and then we'll continue to see these over the next few days. Take a look at what the wind height is looking like. You can see around Jamaica here we have pretty high seas, and you can see some of the wave heights go up to 13 feet. So very high waves out here in the Caribbean this morning. You see 11 feet, 10 feet here. So we have some very high temperatures, or some very high waves, I should say. And we have some high temperatures as well. Take a look at the Doppler radar for Jamaica. This is what we can see out in the Caribbean a little bit further. You can see not that much. Some very, very isolated, scattered showers that are kind of very pop up and very disappear quickly. So we have two sitting out here further into the Caribbean, and then we have one off to the north there. But all around a very quiet morning. We have no precipitation occurring in Jamaica right now. So that is what we're looking like. Taking a look at the models to show if we're going to see some precipitation develop in the area. We will take a closer look, or a further look I should say, at this. This is going to be forecast hour 6. This is valid for today. And as we go through today, you see precipitation around the Jamaica area, around Dominican Republic, up through Cuba as well. So we may get in on some showers today. This is the GFS model showing us this. So today it does look like we could get some showers here. A very brief shower around the nighttime hours. And as we go into tomorrow, we get some more scattered showers in the area. You can see the normal ridge of high pressure sitting there in the middle of the Atlantic. And we see there on August 2nd we have some showers over Jamaica. And as we go into August 3rd, you can see we have a little bit on the western parishes of Jamaica there, and then up here in Haiti and that area we have some precipitation as well. And you can see around August 4th, it looks like most of Cuba is going to be getting some showers and potentially some thunderstorms, some weak little rumbles of thunder going on. And you can see it doesn't look like Jamaica gets in on a lot of that rainfall there. Very isolated. It looks like August 5th, the western parishes of Jamaica may get some. But pay attention here as you see this precipitation ball looks like kind of developing. By August 5th, you can see that little nudge in the lines here. It indicates that we may see a low pressure system starting to develop. As we go into August 6th, you can see that we have the L, so the low pressure area. And this may develop into Cristobal, which is the next name on the 2026 Atlantic hurricane season. So by August 7th to August 8th, this has some strength there. And you can see 984 millibars, and this goes all the way down to about 963 millibars. It's possible that we see that. It also looks like on August 10th, around the Caribbean, we're going to see some rainfall in the western parishes of Jamaica, some parts of Haiti, and through Cuba as well. And by August 10th, it looks like this thing's going to start to rapidly kind of move away, and then eventually by August 11th, August 12th, it's out of the viewing area and up by New York, Nova Scotia. But I don't think it's really going to make much of a landfall. If this does happen, then it's going to kind of go northeast. We may see a little bit of landfall occur on the beaches of North Carolina there, but it doesn't look like much of a landfall type threat. We are talking about some tropical storm force winds threats though, as well, as we go throughout there. You can see at the end of the 384-hour mark, it looks like we have some storms forecasted along Cuba. But all around, a little bit of some active weather across the area. Not that active in the Caribbean, just the usual showers and tropic waves that will move through, give some precipitation. But up there in the Atlantic, you can see we may have the next named storm that starts to develop here. And we're going to keep you updated about any of the new information we have that comes out about this storm system. And just stay tuned to all the next videos that will come out. I appreciate you guys all for watching. Hope you guys have a great day, and goodbye.